Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a silent productivity killer that might literally be lurking on your shop floor right now. And more importantly, we're going to break down exactly how you can completely eliminate it. Here's our roadmap for this session. 1. The hidden cost of muda. 2. Waste number 7, which is motion. 3. The 5S control strategy. 4. Ergonomic workstation design. And 5. Sustaining a lean workplace. All right, let's kick things off with a pretty crucial question. If you were to actually track it, how much time does your team spend simply walking across a bay just to find a wrench? Or reaching for a poorly placed tool? You know, it might seem like just a few harmless seconds here and there, but as we're about to see, those seconds compound into a massive, massive drain on your operations. Let's get right into Section 1, the hidden cost of muda. So in the Toyota production system, the ultimate enemy is known as muda. Think of it like this. On one side, you have value-add work. This is the good stuff, right? It's any task that physically alters materials into a product that your customer explicitly recognizes, demands, and is actually willing to pay for. But on the flip side, we have muda. This is any shop floor activity, movement, or delay that just eats up your resources, your time, your labor, your square footage, but creates absolutely zero functional value for the end customer. Muda is pure waste, and we've got to systematically target it. You might already be familiar with the 7 distinct forms of waste in lean manufacturing, usually remembered by the acronym TIMWOOD. We've got transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and correction or defects. Today, our specific target fits squarely into the middle of this operational lineup. That brings us to Section 2, waste number 7, motion. The absolutely crucial point to understand here is that any physical movement that isn't actively generating added value for the product is considered wasteful motion. We're talking about all that unnecessary bending, reaching, walking, or even running just to perform basic tasks. And it's a silent thief because, well, it looks like real work. People are moving, they seem super busy, but in reality, it's just stealing your production time and draining human energy. The fallout from all this motion is honestly huge. Unnecessary motion isn't just some minor administrative quirk. It takes a serious, tangible physical toll on workers through fatigue and repetitive strain. It actively inflates your manufacturing lead times across the board, causes completely avoidable wear and tear on equipment, and directly exacerbates health and safety risks. Now, those extra footsteps, the constant bending, the endless searching for misplaced materials, those things don't just happen by accident. They're almost always the direct result of poorly designed, unorganized workstation layouts. So the problem isn't the worker at all. The problem is the environment we've put them in. Let's move on to Section 3, the 5S control strategy. To really eliminate this motion waste, we execute a systematic initiative known as 5S. It kicks off with sort, ruthlessly separating what you actually need from what you don't. Next is set in order, which means organizing your equipment for super easy access. Then comes shine, cleaning things up so you can spot abnormalities instantly. After that is standardize, creating consistent, repeatable processes. And finally, sustain. This is where you build the discipline to make those first 4 steps an everyday habit. Just look at the transformation that happens. You can take a totally chaotic, time-wasting environment where folks are literally digging through boxes of junk and flip it into a highly structured workspace. Suddenly, everything has a dedicated home, the environment is clean, and tools are highly visible. You can practically watch the motion waste evaporate. All right, on to Section 4, ergonomic workstation design. Before we get into the physical setup, remember Henry Ford once pointed out that standardizing a method is simply choosing the best way we know today, creating a solid foundation to improve upon tomorrow. If standards are viewed as confining, well, progress just stops. But if they're treated as a baseline, we can constantly standardize upward. So how exactly do we standardize a layout to wipe out unnecessary motion? By ergonomically designing those workstations. We want to utilize U-shaped work cells, so one process ends exactly where the next one begins, cutting out the walking. We absolutely must ensure tools are strictly within the primary strike zone, which means no awkward reaching. Toss out those uniform, inflexible welded steel machine bases and start customizing workstation heights. Using modular materials, like extruded aluminum, makes it a breeze to tweak and adjust these setups as your processes naturally improve over time. Let's hit a few rapid-fire hardware solutions you can use right away. First up, shadow boards and integrated tool holders. The rule here is incredibly simple. Every single tool gets a dedicated holder at the workstation. This guarantees that a missing tool is spotted instantly by a supervisor or operator, which completely zeroes out the time wasted looking for it. Next, try pairing motion study videos with Poka-Yoke. By filming and analyzing actual operator workflows, you can pinpoint exactly where that unnecessary bending or reaching is happening. Then you bring in Poka-Yoke or mistake-proofing devices to design the fixture so that it's physically impossible to do it the wrong way. It refines movements and actually prevents defects before they even happen. Pretty smart, right? And here's the thing. A truly lean cell has to be adaptable. By embracing rapid reconfigurability, like throwing your machines, workstations, and material racks on lockable casters, you can instantly adapt your layout. When assembly demands change or a new product drops, you literally just unlock, roll, and lock. You shift entire processes in seconds without losing precious production time or having to call in an engineering team. Wrapping up with Section 5, Sustaining a Lean Workplace. Look, doing this once is just a project. Keeping it going is a culture, and that requires highly proactive leadership, like doing a regular Gemba walk. Gemba basically means the actual place where value is created. Instead of just reading spreadsheets in an office, leaders need to physically visit the workstations, go to the source to observe the frontline reality firsthand, and spot motion waste right where the work is actually happening. While you're out there on that Gemba walk, use standard resources like ergonomics assessment checklists and shop floor audits. If you spot an operator wandering around looking for tools, you immediately know your countermeasure. You need better 5S visual management and an ergonomic layout tweak. These audits are what ensure our hard-won standards never slip backwards. I want to leave you with a really provocative thought to chew on today. If you put a pedometer on your operators right now and tracked every single step they took during their shift, how many of those steps actually added real value to your final product? Honestly ask yourself, are your workspaces purposefully designed to empower your people to do their best work, or are they inadvertently forcing them to run a daily exhausting marathon of pure waste? It's time to find out, and it's time to fix it.